Hey there, my name is Erin B, but you can call me Erin, and today I am in my storage room, which is an absolute disaster. So, like I was talking about last episode, today's mission is to build a proper storage area. So, I've got some of the materials that I need, but of course for a good storage system, I need a lot of chests. So I'm gonna go cut down a whole bunch of trees. And as you can see, I have completely massacred the forest that was behind my house. Not all the way, there's still, plenty of trees left, but I definitely cleared out a whole lot. And I even got myself 4 stacks of chests, which I think will be more than enough, but who knows with how much I like to hoard stuff. Now, you would think, since I just cleared out this area up here, that I would be building in this area, but I think I'm actually going to expand this way a little bit and fill out this area here, getting closer to the shoreline, and then maybe some terraforming on this beach here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do the terraforming first, so let's cut to another time lapse. And now this area is all terraformed out. I just wanted to change the shape of the shoreline a little bit just to flow a little bit better. I didn't like the original shape of it. Now I'm just playing out today's build. I've got a map here that I'm just going to take of the area to kind of give myself a better visual. Yeah, so I'm thinking for like right here, like on this ledge, is where the storage building would go. And I'm thinking I want to stay with the farming theme that I have so far. So for this episode, for this build, I mean, I think I'm going to build a windmill for storage and have like a wheat farm in the front of it here. And then maybe this episode, maybe not, come up here and build a better greenhouse for my bees to get more of them and just give them a nicer place to live. So now all I have to do is finish collecting the materials I need. I have like 90% of everything that I need. And start building. So I will be right back. And I have finished the windmill. Now, I do need to expand this wheat farm. I just ran out of seeds, so as the seeds grow, I will continue to expand it. I want to cover up this entire area here. But if we go inside, let's do a little tour of the inside. Okay, so we walk in, and we're immediately met with the storage area. And I'll organize this in some sort of fashion. I have a whole bunch of item frames to, like, place on each one of them to label what they are. And then I have this one separated in the front here, because I know how I am. I'm going to want to come in here and not organize and just dump everything down. So this is the I will sort it later chest, and I'm sure nothing will go wrong with this method, but and then if we come in here, I have this sort of like tower here with I think it's got 4 floors, but I was thinking, oh, I just fell. I was thinking that this is where I document the progress on my base, that this is where I move the maps to, because I'm already out of room on the inside of my house for those. So I was thinking that I just document them here instead, and, you know, just like level 1 will be like the start of the season, and we'll see some like serious differences by the time we get up to level 2 here. And eventually, hopefully, I'll continue with this series long enough to run out of room in here, and maybe one day we'll make a whole museum to dedicate to the maps, but for now, they're gonna be stored in there. And I really like this windmill design. I got a lot of inspiration from Pinterest, so just wanted to give the credit there. I combined, I think, a couple of different designs, so I kind of Frankensteined one together. So, but yeah. And here is the wheat field completed. Besides a couple of spots not fully grown all the way, but that is okay. I also added this little staircase here to get up and down a little bit easier. And I reorganized everything into here. So here is the setup. We've got like wood, and then like things made out of wood, so on and so forth. Over here we have ores, monster drops, food, tools, nether stuff, potions. Yeah, I ran out of item frames for these couple ones, but these are just like various miscellaneous categories. And now I'm thinking that I have a storage unit type thing set up. I think I want a more efficient smelting area than like my little kitchen inside of there. And so I'm thinking right here, right next door, I built some sort of building to make a super smelter inside of. And I'm also going to be teaching myself how to make a super smelter, because I've never actually made one. So this is going to be pretty interesting, but of course I have to do a whole bunch of material collecting, so be right back. And I am back, but it's actually been a couple of days since you last saw me. I decided to get a resource pack to change the look of my armor, so I'm wearing the My Minimal Armor resource pack right now. And I have collected all of the items I need for the super smelter I want to make. I also want to show you guys what I discovered while I was out. Oh. There's some turtles who think that this is their home. That's really funny, actually. So there is a zombie spawner directly down there. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, so that is like perfect location is right next to here, so I can make an XP farm, like right here basically. And then on top of that, if we go this way, you'll see I have made a little structure that way. That is a skeleton spawner. So, of like a dungeon skeleton spawner. So I have gotten very lucky, but unfortunately I wasn't able to record any of this. I wasn't able to use my mic, and I was just generally feeling not super good for a couple of days, so I was just trying to do some mining off camera, and I kept running into crazy stuff, so I decided no more mining off camera, at least not for a while, because wow, I wish I had gotten clips of that. But I did get a clip of something special, which I'll show you now.
Chicken jockey!
Yep, that's right. But anyways, I think it's time we get into the speed build of the super smelter, which I am going to build right up on this layer. Right. right here. Hey, it's Editor Aaron. I apologize for the lagginess of this speed build. I used a different mod for this one. I used the flashback mod instead of the replay mod like I had been previously using, so I could update to 1.21.5. And it turned out like this, so I will try to fix this in the future, but I apologize. Okay, and I am just about done building this. Just gotta do a couple of final touches here. I also got some lanterns to put on the four corners here. Just make it look a little bit nicer. Okay, and there we go, and I will be linking the YouTube tutorial that I used for the super smelter. I watched a couple of different ones because I really wanted to make sure that I like the design that I went with, and this one was my favorite, and I will show you how it works. But I have to grab some coal and something to smelt, and then I just go in here and I put what I want to be smelted in this chest. And for a little bit of decoration, I'm gonna do that to cover it up. Yeah, that's cute. I like that. And then there's a similar thing in the back here. And I know that this part isn't the most convenient on this design, but I chose aesthetics over practicality like usual, so we'll see how badly I come to regret this. So it has iron in it ready to be smelted and coal in the backside there. And now I just hit this. We have two minecarts that go across. Oh. Uh-oh. Why is it not working? Okay, be right back. Okay, this time it should work, because this time I'm not being so silly. I had accidentally made minecart, chest minecarts instead of hopper minecarts. Don't do that, they need to be hopper minecarts, so I was just being a little silly goofy right there. Okay, so the coal goes into a double chest back here, and the iron, or whatever you want to smelt, goes in a double chest up here in the front. And let's see if it actually works this time. I hope for my pride it does. Oh. Oh. Okay, okay. This is the one. This is the one. Okay, here we go, flicking the lever. There we go! Look at that! I did it! I did redstone! Oh my gosh, this was the most simple thing ever, and I am really patting myself on the back for being able to complete it. But yeah, if you look inside, you will see that the iron has distributed evenly and the coal as well. There was just only one piece of coal, except for one down here. And then if we go in this chest here, it brings all of the iron through a hopper chain into here. But for a better explanation, I really recommend you go watch the YouTube video that I'm going to link in the description of this episode, because as you can see, I am a mess. Alright, and now that I have a storage system set up and a super smelter, I think it is time we investigate a little further into these mob spawners that I found, and as you can see, I need levels, cause I had a bad time in between takes while I was doing some mining. So I want to turn this into a proper bubble elevator and get that mob spawner set up into a more efficient way to get XP and items from. And I have finished making the mob spawner. So here is what I have done for the entrance here. I have just 2 bubble elevators, one for down and one for up. And just made this sort of like little presentation so I can see easily where it is. And if we just go down here, and this is a really long way, I actually almost drowned multiple times while making this. I wasted a water breathing potion at one point because I got tired of almost drowning. And then when we come down here, the spawner is right above us here, and if we just wait a second, you'll see that the zombies filter in, and I can just come in right here and kill them, and I have a hopper and a chest to collect all of the rotten flesh that I probably will never use, but that's okay. And yeah, so I'm just gonna sit here and get up to level 30 again, probably a couple of times, because I need to make some new armor pretty soon. I need a new helmet, and I actually lost my Silk Touch pickaxe, so I will have to replace that. So, yeah. I don't know if you can see it, but I've spotted another chicken jockey. That's 2 for 1 episode. That's actually pretty crazy. I don't know how often they spawn, especially with zombie spawners, but like two of them in 1 episode. And I am back. So I reached level 30 a couple of times, so I got myself another Silk Touch pickaxe, a diamond helmet with protection 3, aqua affinity, and unbreaking 3, and a backup chest plate for when this one inevitably breaks. And actually I think I'm going to combine these two, because this has unbreaking and this has protection. And my enchanting setup is still in the basement of my starter house, so I think something I will do next episode is make a better enchanting setup. I'm thinking some sort of like wizard tower or something cool like that. Ooh, my anvil broke actually. I forgot that that had happened. Need to go back up here, whoops. But yeah, I'm thinking some sort of wizard tower or just maybe a library. And I'm thinking maybe over here, or maybe on the beach here. I don't know yet. I want my villager trading area to be here whenever I find villagers. I've still yet to find a village, which is pretty frustrating, but also I haven't been super dedicated to finding a village, so you know. And I'm just gonna put this in this corner so I don't have to walk all the way back. Put this and this together. Yeah. Okay. And now I should probably go get even more levels. Okay, and now since I have gotten some extra levels there, I thought I would use some of my name tags to name the horses and the llamas. So, let me just pop in here. The first name I have is Caramel for this horse right here. I really like that. I really like Caramel. I think that's a very fitting name. And then from the same person, I got the name suggestion Oreo for this one. And I actually used to have a cat named Oreo, so I thought this was very sweet and very fitting for these two horses. Very sweet names. And then for some not so sweet names, but this comment really made me laugh, we have Big Tony, which I think I'm gonna give to the blue one here. Yeah. And then last but not least, for this red llama, we have the Grangler, which if you look up on Google, the only thing that comes up is apparently it's a type of, like, carabiner. So whatever that means. Okay, and I think that's where I'm going to call it for this episode. So we're going to make our end of episode map. And I wanted to show you really fast where I have moved my maps to. They're no longer in my house. They are here. So we've got episode 1 right here, episode 2, and episode 3. And I did extend the map for episode 3 to include the nether portal that we made. And then episode 4, we'll go ahead and name that here. Episode 4 is going to be, I'm going to go ahead and make this one a 4-quadrant to kind of express that we have expanded the area to 4 different maps, just to show that we've, like, grown. So I'm just updating the map that I made earlier in this episode, so that's very nice. And then I'm going to come up here, and as you can see already, the roof of the barn has aged a lot, a little too much right there. I'm going to bring it back a little bit because I want it to be this color. But I'll just make a map of this side. Wow, look at that. And of course, I'm going to include our nether portal. And last but not least, I'm going to include this side, even though we haven't done anything to it besides terraform the shoreline over here. I just want to document it to show the progress that we made when we build our villager trading area, or our wizard tower / library / whatever we're doing next episode. I just have a feeling we're going to take advantage of this quadrant. So, and item frames and our maps. So this is the top one. This is to this side. This is down here. And last but not least, look at that! We have already come such a long way since episode 1. Alright, and that is where I'm going to end this episode. We have made a lot of progress in this episode, as well as named a couple of our animals, and I do have 3 name tags left over, so if we get any more animals, we can get some more names in, so feel free to comment down below, and maybe I'll use them on a future pet that I might acquire. I don't know yet. I hope you have enjoyed this episode as much as I have enjoyed making it, and maybe I'll see you in the next one. Bye!